All right, welcome wrestling fans, right back here once again for more WCW action here on the Nation Network. It is New Year's Eve. It is the final night of broadcasting here on YouTube for the foreseeable future. And tonight, the Horsemen will be in action. The Cruiserweight Championship is on the line. Stay with us. It's going to be some great wrestling action here as part of Thunder. All right, fans, we are back, and look who's coming to the ring. That's Kevin Nash, the outsider. He and Scott Hall have come here to WCW and absolutely wreaked havoc on the entire institution, and I can only imagine what's on his mind here tonight.
Well, I'll tell you something right now, Cody. These guys have come out here, and I'll tell you, these dudes have really turned things around here in the WCW.
All right, now, I've been trying to be nice about this for a little while now. But it seems that the powers that be in the back and some of these boys don't get the picture. See, Scott and I, we didn't come here to make friends. We came here to make money. And we came here to turn this institution on its ass. See, WCW say you're where the big boys play. Well, nobody's been able to play with us. And what's going to happen when 2 becomes 3 and 3 becomes 4? Because as we've been telling you all along, we aren't here alone. Sting, next week, as part of the premiere and the debut of the Nation Network full-time on Twitch. You and I, buddy, we're going to go one-on-one, and you're going to find out the power of the outsiders. If I were you, I'd plan on a good warm-up match this week, because I can promise you, you're going to need it. See, the way I figure it, Sting has been the poster boy for WCW for as long as it's been. So what better way to leave our mark and send our message than to go through you? And that is what's going to happen on Nitro.
Kevin Nash calls out Sting for Nitro as part of our broadcast on Twitch. All right, fans already in the ring. Members of the Horsemen. Brian Pillman starting match off right now. Look at this. He's got the shoulders down to Billy Kidman. Kidman teaming up with Perry Saturn this week. First time we've seen these two men together.
Well, I'll tell you right now, they have very interesting styles. I'm not sure how well they'll complement one another.
Well, right there you see Perry Saturn tagging himself into the match and giving Kidman a needed break because early on things weren't going his way. And now Perry Saturn not doing much better.
Members of the Horsemen right here. Arn Anderson and Ric Flair were telling people for weeks it was about to happen, and look at that move right there.
Nice double team. And Benoit making him pay the price. Perry Saturn and Chris Benoit, no strangers to one another. They've traveled similar circles in the past in the world of professional wrestling.
Yeah, they definitely know each other. There's a history, no doubt about that. And look at this move right here by Benoit. Goes right over the top of Perry Saturn.
Now Saturn a little bit too close to make that one work, but Benoit really going for broke on that one. Jawbreaker, and he stunned Saturn with it. Another tremendous move right there by the crippler Chris Benoit. Tag is made, and again, Brian Pillman.
Well, this Brian Pillman now, I'll tell you what, he used to be a goody-goody, and I wasn't a big fan, but I like the new attitude I've seen out of him in recent weeks, and now as a member of the Horsemen.
Big move right there by Perry Saturn, clubbing him to the back of the head. Winding up the arm of Pillman. Oh, what a shot. Another one.
Well, that does a lot of damage to the shoulder area, and Pillman better figure out an answer quickly.
Oh, Pillman comes out the back door and chop blocks the leg.
Well, that'd be 20 yards in football, but it's legal here in professional wrestling.
Indeed it is, and now Pillman with the wind up into the corner again he goes. Our first chance to see these two men in action as members of the Horsemen. Look at this, double team right here by Pillman and Benoit. And Perry Saturn on the receiving end.
Well, Perry Saturn, no stranger to tag team wrestling, formerly teamed up with another individual making up a team called the Eliminators. They had some success at one point in time.
Tag team wrestling is definitely its own animal. Just because someone is a good singles wrestler doesn't make them a good tag team wrestler.
No, but then there's some of us out there that are able to do it all, like I did with the great Adrian Adonis.
Indeed, East-West Connection, you had a lot of success with that one.
No doubt about it.
And now Saturn has got Benoit up across the shoulders. And Benoit better figure something out quickly. Oh, Saturn drops him across the turnbuckle and Benoit collapsing.
He's got him up in the air. What? Oh, wow, what a move right there by Benoit.
Benoit's got him on the air. Suplex takes him over. And he hangs on the way he's going to do it again.
That's two. Going for the hat trick by the Canadian.
And I'll say he landed it. Oh, and just like that, Kidman is gone. And now what has Benoit got in mind?
If it's what I think it is, it may be a problem right here for Perry Saturn.
It is a problem for Perry Saturn, no doubt about it. Oh, he managed to get to the ropes just in the nick of time, or this one would have been over.
Yeah, Benoit was about to make Saturn tap out.
And now Benoit mounting the middle rope, hammering down the Fist of Fury onto the head of Perry Saturn.
Well, this was something I was always a big fan of myself back in the day.
Benoit signaling maybe it's time for the end.
Well, thus far, I've been very impressed with the Horsemen. They've done a great job of rule number one in tag team wrestling, and that is cutting the ring in half.
They have dominated it from that standpoint. Perry Saturn has got Brian Pillman up in the air. Belly to back suplex, folds him at half.
That one definitely took a lot of the starch out of the sails of Pillman. We'll see what he's got left to come back with.
Brian Pillman, like you mentioned earlier, once upon a time was a fan favorite. Shoulders are down. He's in the ropes once again. And now Pillman with a sleeper hold.
Perry Saturn is already weakening down from the crossface crippler. Now look at this.
Another save was made. And now Irish whip reversed into the corner he goes. And can Perry Saturn do something? Close call right there. Look at Pillman. What a move. And again. Pillman up to the top. What's he going to do?
I'm not sure, but it may be too much. Too far a travel right there. Perry Saturn was all the way across the ring.
Oh, look at this! Look at this! Billy Kidman blocks it and comes up with some offense of his own. Big clothesline misses, and now back he comes.
Nice fireman carry, amateur style move right there by Perry Saturn, getting himself back into the moment at the very least. But the question is, will he ever tag out?
Well, at the moment, there's no one for him to tag out to. Pillman going up. Will this be it?
Well, Pillman telling him to get up. He wants him on his feet.
What a body block.
Shades of Superfly Jimmy Snuka.
Well done right there by Pillman, but still not enough to put Saturn out. What the hell, Pillman?
I don't know what he was thinking on that one. Here's that double team again into the power bomb.
Billy Kidman again taken down. And Benoit, what's he going to do? Northern Light suplex, he's got him down. Shoulders are down. 2 count only.
I give credit where credit is due. Perry Saturn has taken a punishing beating in this one.
From the top rope, Benoit. Again, the suplexes. Here we go.
Once again, here comes the hat trick.
Perry Saturn is in a bad position right now as Benoit sizes him up. Oh, it is right in the middle of the ring.
There'll be no rope break this time for Perry Saturn. He's done.
It doesn't look good. However, Kidman, it looks like, makes enough of the save. Deep arm drag right there, nicely done by Benoit. Tag is made. Here comes the double team once again as Pillman putting a boot to the midsection. Shoulders are down. He's in the ropes once again. Brian Pillman with a suplex, floats over the top. He's got him, but doesn't hook the leg.
You're not going to get Perry Saturn if you're not going to hook the leg.
And now up to the top rope.
Well, it looks like Perry Saturn had enough wherewithal to finally make the tag out.
What a move right there. My Billy Kidman sidestepped the charge, and Pillman just went sailing through the ropes.
Yeah, I'll say that was one hell of a move right there, using the momentum of Brian Pillman against him.
This thing is breaking down, ladies and gentlemen. And now, Kidman into the steel steps. Pillman follows him out there.
Well, he's using those steel steps as a weapon, but he's not lifting them up or swinging them. Therefore, he doesn't get disqualified.
Perry Saturn still outside the ring, desperately trying to get back up. Flying crossbody block, shoulders are down, doesn't hook the leg, gets a 1 count.
A lot of close calls right here in this one for the Horsemen. But let's give credit where credit is due. Oh, wait a minute, what's happening here?
Pillman with a clothesline. And now goes for the cover, hooks the leg.
That might be all she wrote.
Oh, and again, Kidman managing to get a shoulder up.
Where's he pulling that one from? I have no idea.
Nice move right there by Kidman. The former Cruiserweight champion. Almost, he may be having enough. He's pulling him away from his corner, which is a smart move.
Yeah, but that also gave him a lot of time.
Another crossbody block, and Kidman once again goes down. Fans, we want to thank you for joining us here for WCW Thunder. Pillman again has got him set up. Oh, look at this. Benoit. Trying to make sure that Perry Saturn doesn't get involved in this. Back body drop all the way out to the floor he goes. And now Kidman in the ring.
Well, he was wise enough to sidestep that one. Big Elbow was waiting for him, but he didn't catch it.
Shoulders are down. And another 2 count. How close do you like it, fans? Snapmare takes him over. These two teams really drawing everything out of one another.
Yeah, I'll say this has been one hell of a match.
Oh, big DDT right there by Kidman, and Brian Pillman all of a sudden in trouble.
Well, he was for a moment, but the moment has passed.
And now Kidman lunging to make the tag.
I don't know that Perry Saturn has anything left in him. He took a walloping early on tonight.
And again, the double team. We've seen this one before.
Yeah, and we're going to see it again.
Benoit now. Waist lock. Grappling him on the floor here. Benoit can wrestle you. He can beat you. He can do all kinds of things. Submission specialist. Nice move right there by Perry Saturn, though.
Perry Saturn also capable of wrestling with the best of them.
You'll get no argument from me on that one. And now Benoit walking the tightrope. Hurricane Rana. What a move.
That might be all she wrote. This time he does hook the leg.
He sticks the cover but gets a 2 count only. The face of Benoit tells it all. Hooks him up, and another hat trick of suplexes right here from Perry Saturn. Benoit going up. What's he going to do?
Wisely, he stopped it just in the nick of time.
Saturn in trouble.
Oh, he's down again, and he's close to the ropes. He's been here before.
Oh, that's it. He couldn't hold on this time.
Give credit where credit is due, however. It took a lot, and I mean a lot, for them to get past this one.
Unbelievable, ladies and gentlemen. We take a look back at the replay of this one. So many opportunities here.
Here are your winners, the Four Horsemen.
A big victory for the Horsemen here on Thunder. Stick around, plenty more action still to come, including the Cruiserweight Championship. The title is on the line right here tonight.
following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the WCW Cruiserweight Championship.
All right, fans, we are ready. As we take a look at the challenger, Chavo Guerrero making his way down to the ring.
Well, Chavo Guerrero, of course, needs no introduction. His family is a legend in itself. The family name is legendary right here in the world of professional wrestling. What they've done in the professional sport, mostly, over in Mexico, but we've seen Eddie and Chavo over here lighting it up in the United States for some time now.
Definitely bringing the Latin culture here to the United States in professional wrestling. And Chavo ready tonight to have a big opportunity for the family to bring some gold back home. Cruiserweight division, the title on the line. Fans, we remind all of you, this will be our last stream for the foreseeable future here on YouTube. Please take time to look down in the description box below for our Twitch account, also our Twitter account. We will be using the Twitter account much more starting tomorrow right here as part of the Nation Network, and we will continue, but we will be continuing on Twitch until further notice.
Yeah, well, the YouTube police out there that have made it impossible for people to have any confidence in them whatsoever have left no alternatives for us.
One thing I can tell you is it is going to be some extraordinary action as we light things up on YouTube. I beg your pardon, on Twitch. You won't want to miss it.
And here comes your Cruiserweight champion, Jushin Thunder Liger. He's another big name where he comes from in Japan. He is a household name.
Indeed, they have comic books about him, action figure lines, you name it. This man is known, one of the hottest selling masks in all of Japan, and that's a big thing in part of their culture as well. Much like the Guerreros and the Mexican wrestling culture, Japan has its own masked society, if you would.
Yeah, mask, very big part of Japanese wrestling, and probably none bigger than this.
All right, fans. Cruiserweight title is on the line here tonight. We understand Sting will be in action in our main event following this one.
Introducing the challenger from El Paso, Texas, weighing in at 220 pounds, Charlotte Guillermo.
Chavo Guerrero, the challenger.
And introducing the champion.
Look at the look in the eyes of Chavo Guerrero.
Weighing in at 209 pounds. He is the
WCW Cruiserweight title on the line. Liger turns it over. One of these two men will walk out with that belt. Will it still be the champion, Jushin Thunder Liger, or will Chavo Guerrero add another page to the legendary career? We'll find out in a moment.
Yeah, it doesn't take very long either. Look at this, going right for a pile driver. Holy cow.
Well, he wasted no time at all catching Guerrero. And you're right, a pile driver is a finishing maneuver in anyone's book.
Well, it may not be enough to put him away this early on, but it's definitely going to tilt the momentum heavily towards the champion, in my opinion.
No doubt about that. And Guerrero now has him up across the shoulders, head first into the turnbuckle.
You know, I was noticing the eyes of Guerrero during the introduction. He looked focused. He looked absolutely ready for this matchup. Determination. You can't tell what's going on in the eyes of Jushin Thunder Liger, and that's one of the big advantages, I believe, for these guys that wrestle with a mask on.
Well, indeed, it's very hard for their opposition to get an idea of what's going on in their mind if you can't see their face.
Absolutely.
Now Liger going to work on the shoulder of Guerrero. Fans, if you're just joining us, welcome aboard. This is the final stream here on YouTube for the Nation Network for the foreseeable future. We ask you to take the opportunity right now to go down to the description box below. You'll find our Twitter account as well as our Twitch channel. That is where the nation is moving. As Jushin Thunder Liger gets dropped on his head onto the turnbuckle, and now Chavo Guerrero. Collar and elbow tie up. Neither man able to gain an advantage there, but there's a big back elbow right to the face.
Hurricane running nicely done as well. The challenger has to take advantage of this momentum right now.
Well, he's trying to, but Jushin Thunder Liger with an answer for everything thus far. Let's see if he has an answer for this one as Guerrero walks him over to the corner and again unceremoniously drops him across the top turnbuckle.
But the champion once again, even from a seated position, with a big opportunity, and look what just happened there.
Well done. Chavo Guerrero sidestepping the action. And now he's got Liger by the mask head first into the guardrail here ringside. Drives a knee right into the head.
I'll tell you right now, this one's getting a little bit out of control.
Well, they've taken it out to the ring, but they got back in before the 10 count from the top rope, and he connects with the elbow right to the back of the champion. Nice move by Jushin Thunder Liger.
That was a very nice move right there by Liger. Surprised Chavo Guerrero with that quick action right there. And again, steals the momentum from the challenger.
He's done that all night long. Went for the Shining Wizard. He-Man knocked him out.
I believe he did. He may be unconscious right now.
Still had enough left to kick out. But look at Liger. He can't believe it.
Chavo Guerrero, I don't know what went through his mind. He had an opportunity right there to nail him with a big sucker shot, and he decided not to.
Oh, a gory buster. Talk about a family heirloom. He got him.
Unbelievable.
We've got a brand new Cruiserweight champion crowned here on the final broadcast as part of Thunder.
I tell you right now, I didn't think he was going to get him with it. I thought there'd be enough left to kick out.
Well, in 2K fashion, we don't actually see the replay of the finishing move.
Here is your winner and new W, Charlotte Guillermo.
The new WCW Cruiserweight champion, Chavo Guerrero.
Well, that's a big win right there for Chavo. You know he's going to hold on to that title as long as he can.
Fans, when we come back, Sting's in action. Stay with us for more WCW Thunder. All right, fans, we are back, and wait a minute. Making his way towards the ring, Raven.
Well, Raven made his way into the WCW a few weeks ago. And one thing I know about this guy, I don't know a lot about him, but I can tell you one of the things I do know about him, he's not quite right in the head.
Well, he's definitely got his own style, to say the least, and definitely marches to the beat of his own drum.
Yeah, that's one way of putting it.
You know, I've been here now for a little bit, and watching, I learned one thing. If you want to have a fair shake around here, then you have to have numbers. See, I'm no stranger to running groups. And as the Raven, I need my flock. On Nitro, the next time you see Raven, it will be with his flock. Now, I'm not just gonna bring anyone. I'm only gonna bring the people who I believe are worthy. I'm only gonna add the people who I know belong. Being a member of the flock is a privilege. Quote the Raven, nevermore.
Well, Raven says we're going to meet the flock at Nitro when we debut on Twitch. All right, here we go. Sting in the ring. His opposition, Sid.
Well, he says that Scott Hall, or Kevin Nash, I beg your pardon, he said you better figure out who to get in the ring with to prepare for next week, and it looks like he's done just that.
That doesn't get much bigger than this one right here. Psycho Sid. Sid Vicious in the ring.
And he has sent Sting, the poster boy of the WCW, out of the ring to the floor.
He's got him. Oh, what a move.
Spike pile driver, but he's too close to the ropes, and Sting will survive, at least for the moment.
Turns the tide now to Sting, puts him up on the top rope. Not a place that Sid is used to being.
Indeed, it's not. The big man hasn't been up that high in a long time, if ever.
Superplex from the top rope, and Sting brings him down. And now Sting working the trapezius area of Sid Vicious.
Big opportunity right here for Sting, no doubt about it. He's got to get ready for next week because it's going to be a big matchup.
Boot right to the face, and down he goes. Nice reversal, however, by Sting, and Sid goes down again. Drops the leg.
Nice move right there, dropping that leg. That's a winning maneuver if ever there were one.
Well, I think one person who's had some success with it.
Yeah, don't get me started.
And now bringing him in the hard way, as they like to say. And there's the slam. And now Sid sizing him up. Side headlock now, and Sting with a nice shot to the forehead.
Well, referee was on the blind side, but I wanted to make it clear right now who's the first guy to throw the clinch fist.
Oh, Sid's got Sting. Choke slam, what's he gonna do to him?
I thought he was going to slam him over the top rope.
So did I. Oh, wait a minute. I think Sid had him if he wanted him. And now Sting slowly getting to his feet. Up in the air, powerbomb. That's it.
Well, so much for preparing for next week. Wait a minute.
Sting somehow kicks out of the powerbomb.
Well, the powerbomb very, very familiar and very similar to that jackknife that we like to see used by Kevin Nash. And now you have to wonder if Sting can survive it here against Sid Vicious. What can he possibly do next week against Kevin Nash?
Went for the boot, Sting wasn't there. And now Sting firing up with a bunch of right hands. Sting with a series of clotheslines. Vicious in trouble.
And now pillar to post he goes.
Stinger splash, and down he goes. Hooks the leg. He got him. What a win for Sting.
Well, we take a look back at the early moments of this one. It looked like he might have had him right there if he weren't so close to the ropes.
That choke slam was devastating, no doubt about it. And he would have had him here, but as we'll see, if they tape rolls, he pulls him up.
That may be a big mistake having pulled him up because I believe he had him beat.
Well, I'll tell you one thing right now, I don't think Kevin Nash is going to give him that opportunity as we take a look at the finishing moments.
Here is your winner. This is Sting.
What a victory for Sting. Next week, as we switch gears and take the nation over to Twitch. In our main event, Sting goes up against Kevin Nash. Fans, thank you for joining us once again. Check out the description box below for our Twitter and our Twitch channel. We hope you'll make the switch with us. Until further notice, this is the final stream here on the Nation Network, here on YouTube. Happy New Year, everyone.